هذا من مخلفات الحجر الصحي. يلا.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. So this is Mahmoud like we go with you in a new lesson, and for today we're going to learn some expressions to express regret in English, and we're going to focus on 5 expressions. Let's get started. And we have a look at this guy here, John. What's he doing here? Yeah, he is cheating from his friends, or he's attempting to cheat from his friend. Why? Because John in the past he was very careless and he didn't pay attention in the class. He used just to laugh, right? This is what he said. I didn't revise my lessons, and I wish I had revised my lessons. I have 2 questions here about John. What is John expressing? Is he expressing happiness or regret? And the second one, what expression did he use to express happiness or regret here? Very good. So for the first one is expressing regret, because now he doesn't know the answers. In the past he didn't study, he didn't revise, and so on. And the expression he used is this: I wish plus subject plus had plus the past participle. So I wish, subject, had or hadn't, plus past and past participle. It's like wish about the present, remember? We used I wish, subject, and simple past. So this is wish about the past, or regret, we use the past perfect, right? It's like the other one that we saw last time. I will put the link of the video in the description below. So we can use also if only plus subject plus had and the past participle. For example, we can say if only I had revised my lessons, right? So this is how we express regret in English. We have 2 ways, and what we see here, we have I didn't revise my lessons. Didn't revise is the simple past, and we changed it to excellent, to past perfect. Okay, past perfect, and this is what we do. So we should, if we have the simple past, we change it to past perfect, and we see 2 examples here, like verb to be and verb to play. Verb to be, like in the simple past, was or were, it becomes in the past perfect, excellent, had been. And what is the negative of was and were? Good job. Wasn't, weren't, I wasn't, you weren't. And in the past perfect, hadn't been. Good job. We use had been or hadn't been with all the subjects, with I, he, she, it, so we don't change anything. For the verb to play, we can say in the past played, and the past perfect had played, which means had plus the past participle. The negative of played in the past, yes, didn't play. And please don't add ed here, no one, because we said this is after didn't or did, we put just the verb in the bare infinitive. And for the past perfect, it's hadn't played. But what we do here is this: we take the affirmative and we change it to negative. If we have was or were, it becomes hadn't been. And the negative, we change it to affirmative. If we have wasn't or weren't, it becomes had been. The same, played, we change it to negative, past perfect negative, and didn't play, we change it to past perfect affirmative. And this is what we have here in our example. We see we have here didn't revise is negative because we have not. We said whenever we have not, it means it's a negative sentence. And we changed it to had revised, which is affirmative. Fine. Okay, let's see more examples so that you will understand better. Let's have a look at this guy here, James. Have James. I was late to work. So this is him in the past. He was late to work. And what happened to him now is that he lost his job and he is unemployed now. So can you express regret using if only plus subject plus had and the past participle? Yes, very good. If only plus I, which is the subject, if only I was, we change it to, remember, go back to the table, we have was, we change it to hadn't been. We're going to say, if only I hadn't been late to work. Great job. What about this guy? What does he regret here? Yes, he regrets killing this man. So now he is in jail, he's in prison, and that's why he regrets the action he made in the past. Can you express wish here or regret using I wish subject past perfect? Excellent. I wish I killed, which is like played, so we change it to hadn't killed. Hadn't played, hadn't killed the man. I wish I hadn't killed the man. So these are two ways to express regret. I wish, or if only plus subject plus past. Perfect. Okay, so this is the first one, remember. And the second one, try to remember these expressions. And now we know that there are other expressions. There are other expressions to express regret. Do you know any? If you know other expressions, you can put them in the comment section below. And we're going to see more expressions right now. We talk here about Paul. Paul, what is his problem here? Excellent. Yes. Why? Because he had an accident. He had an accident. Why do you think he had an accident? Excellent. Because he was driving very fast. And this is what he had done. We have, I drove so fast. Can you here use an expression? This is the expression we have. I shouldn't have driven so fast. This is a new expression, right? But we have seen this in Unit 2 for perfect models. So I shouldn't have driven so fast to express regret. And the rule we have here, subject plus should have or shouldn't have plus the past participle, right? So this is a new one. And this is the meaning of Arabic for should have and shouldn't have. Great. So here, the same thing. We have drove affirmative. We change it to negative. So shouldn't should be negative here. We don't say should, we say shouldn't. If we have this one affirmative. If we have this one negative, then we change should to affirmative. Another example for you to understand in the negative sentence. I didn't sleep early. Can you use this rule here? I didn't sleep early. Exactly. I should have slept early, because here didn't negative, so should be affirmative. I should have slept early. Teacher, why we have here apostrophe VE? Yes, because should have is just the short form of should have. Great. Another example, but now you are going to do it by yourself. Okay, we have, what is the problem of this guy here? Yes, he got 0 in the exam. Why he got 0? Yes, because in the past he cheated and he was caught by the teacher. So can you change this sentence using should have plus the past participle? And make sure that here we have affirmative, so should be negative. Can you do it? Good. I should have cheated in the exam. Right? Nope. We should say shouldn't, because this one is affirmative, so should be negative. Great. So now we have seen 3 expressions. I wish, if only, and should have. We still have more. Okay, this is Rem. So in the past, Rem, she used to eat a lot of chocolate, or she ate a lot of chocolate. And what is her problem now? Yes, she got a toothache, a painful tooth, right? And the question I have here, what does Rem regret? Yes, remember this one. We study it in Unit 1, gerund and infinitive. Verbs after regret. Do we put gerund or infinitive? Yes, we put plus verb ing, which is the gerund. The gerund. So we're going to say Rem regrets eating a lot of chocolate. Right. But what do you see here? 8. Is it affirmative or negative? 8. It's affirmative. And regret, affirmative or negative? Affirmative. So for this one here, if we use the subject plus regret and verb ing, if we have the source sentence, if we have it affirmative, so regret should be affirmative. If we have it negative, regret should be negative. So we don't change. It's not like wish, should have, and if only. Okay, so let's have another example for more understanding. What do we have here? What is the problem of this man, Jack? Yes, he missed the bus. Why? Because in the past, in the morning, he didn't wake up early, and now he regrets it. Okay? The question I have, what does Jack regret from this sentence here? What does he regret? Excellent. Jack regrets not waking up early. Jack regrets not waking up early, and as you can see here, didn't wake up is negative and regrets not is negative. So we don't change, we said negative, negative, affirmative, affirmative. Great job. So now we saw 4 expressions to express regret. The first one, I wish, subject past perfect. The second one, if only, subject past perfect. The third one, excellent, it's I should have or shouldn't have plus the past participle. And the last one is I regret or I regret not plus verb ing. And we still have the fifth one, which is the last one, and we studied this one in unit 9, grammar, if you still remember. So we use a conditional. Which conditional do we use to express regret? Is it 0, 1, 2, or 3? Excellent. We use conditional type 3 to express regret. I think you still know the rule of conditional type 3. Can you remind me of the rule that we studied last time? Excellent. It's if plus subject, past perfect. What is past perfect again? I forgot. Do you know? Can you help me? Yes, so past perfect is had plus past participle. Great job. And for example, if we have play, it becomes had played, had, and this verb in the past participle of the verb. Plus comma, subject would have or wouldn't have plus the past participle. This is just a review. It's not a lesson about conditional type 3. There is a separate lesson about conditional type 3. You can watch it before this so that you can understand better. But let's see more examples. We have this one. Kim came late to work. Kim lost his job. So here, this person, he came late to work. And this is the same person, and he was fired. He lost his job. The first thing you should know before you talk about conditional type 3 is where is the cause and where is the effect. This one, is it cause or effect? Excellent. It's the cause. And he lost his job, of course, is the effect or the result. Why we should know the cause and the effect? Because this conditional type 3 is divided into 2 parts. The first part, in which we have if, we call it the if clause, and in the if clause we put the cause all the time. We put the cause, and for this one, which is the second one, we have the main clause and we put the result or the effect. Right. So let's see here. Can you help me finish this? If Kim, so if Kim is the subject plus what? Past perfect. So we're going to change this one to the past perfect. Can you do it? So if Kim had come late to work. But remember, if this one is affirmative, had should be negative. It's like wish and if only and should have. The same thing. So we're going to say if Kim hadn't come late to work, he. So here we're going to put subject, which is Kim, would have. So we're going to say he would have, and the past participle of lose is lost. So he would have lost his job. But again, we have this one affirmative, so would should be negative. We're going to say wouldn't, because this one is affirmative, would should be negative. Fine. Remember this one, affirmative, negative, and negative, affirmative all the time. Okay, I show you another example, but now about a teacher and a student. This is the student speaking. I forgot the homework. The teacher punished me. So we said the first thing, you should know the cause and the effect. Where is the cause here? Excellent. It's I forgot the homework. And the teacher punished me is the effect. Great. We said the cause, we put it in the if clause here. And the effect, we put it in the result clause or the main clause here. Can you do it? You know the rule. So if, we're going to put if plus subject. I, the past perfect of forgot, had forgotten, and because this one is affirmative, we're going to say hadn't forgotten the homework. Subject, which is the teacher, would have, we're going to put would have or wouldn't have here. Yes, wouldn't have, because this one is affirmative. Would should be negative. Wouldn't have, and the past participle is punished. So wouldn't have punished me. If I hadn't forgotten the homework, the teacher wouldn't have punished me. So these are the 5 expressions that we can use. I hope that you understood all of them. And here is the first one. I wish, subject past perfect. The second one, can you remind me? Great. The third, excellent. The fourth one, and the last one, yes, conditional type 3. Really, you've got a good memory. Excellent job. But we're going to practice something here. I have this guy here, F, which is fail. So I didn't revise for the quiz. I failed. What we're going to do here, we're going to take the sentence I didn't revise for the quiz, and we're going to use it with these expressions here. Okay. What we're going to do here, I wish, subject, past perfect. So I wish plus subject. I didn't revise, so it is simple past negative. We change it to past perfect affirmative. We're going to say had revised for the quiz. I wish I had revised for the quiz. Number 2, excellent. We said I wish is like if only, the same thing. So we're going to do the same. If only I had revised for the quiz. What about should have and the past participle? Are we going to say here shouldn't have or should have? Great, we're going to say should have because didn't is negative. So should be affirmative. We're going to say I should have revised for the quiz. For number 4, subject regret and verb ing. Are we going to say here regret not or regret plus verb ing? Great, regret not, because this is negative and this is negative. We said both of them should be negative, and if one is affirmative, the other one should be affirmative. So the same form. I regret not revising for the quiz, and here we deleted the E. So why? I have a video about this. I will put it also in the comment section below or the description section. You can check it out to see why we deleted E and added ing. Okay, so there are some rules for ing spelling. And the last one is conditional type 3. We have I didn't revise for the quiz, which is the cause, and I failed is the effect. So for this part here, if clause, we put the cause, and this part here, we put the effect. Can you do it? Right. So if I had revised for the quiz, I wouldn't have failed. Great job. Now let's see some practice. Another exercise that you're going to do, and this is a guy whose name is Jack, is writing this story for you. So Jack regrets not getting a good mark, a good grade. So he is telling you his story. What you're going to do is putting the verbs between brackets in the correct form. These are the verbs we have, revise, not be, so put them in the correct form here. Have 4 minutes, do it, then you come back to correct. Let's get started. I didn't get a good grade. I wish I... So revise, we should have here past perfect. And what is the past perfect of revise? Excellent, had and the past participle, which is had revised. I wish I had revised well for exam. Number 2. But the problem was that my father was sick and I had to take care of him. If only my father, so not be. Remember, verb to be, it means was or were. And was or were, we change it to hadn't been or had been. So here, we're going to say, if only my father hadn't been sick. In such exercises, we don't change. In exercises like this, in which you have verbs between brackets, if we have affirmative, affirmative. If we have negative, negative, the same. Where we change in the other exercises, like the one that we are going to work on after this. In fact, my mother was also at home, so she should have, and this one should be in the past participle, right? Should have and the past participle of take, taken care of him instead. Honestly, I regret, remember, regret plus what? Great, gerund. So I regret not telling her to do that. Number 5. Unfortunately, I told my father about my grade, which made his health worse. I shouldn't have tell. So the past participle told him anything. And the last one, this is conditional type 3. In fact, if I, past perfect, had revised well for the exam, I, remember, would have and past participle. Okay, I would have got a good grade. Excellent job. So the next task that we're going to do here is this. What you're going to do is rewriting these sentences, and most of the time they give you like these examples in national exams. Okay, like here, I didn't come to the meeting last night, and you're going to start with I wish. Okay, I'll give you 4 minutes to do it. Pause the video, do it, come back and correct. Let's start. I wish, and this one is negative, so past perfect should be affirmative. I wish I had come to the meeting last night. Number 2, I didn't prepare the lesson well, so she failed. She should have, past participle. Excellent. Prepared. And because this one is negative, should be affirmative. Some students they might use the effect here, but normally we use the cause to regret, to express regret. We regret about the cause normally, but we can also use the effect. I came late to work, therefore I lost my job. So if only I, what is the past perfect of came? Excellent. If only I had come late to work. But this one is affirmative, so had should be negative. If only I hadn't come late to work. 4. I missed the bus, so I came late to class. I regret plus verb ing. So verb, which is miss, plus ing. So, and remember, for the gerund, we never use it with the past simple, but we use it with the bare infinitive. So if we have missed, we're going to delete ed, then we add ing, because we should change the past to the base form, then we add ing. So we're going to say, I regret missing. We don't say misdin. Misdin is not the correct form. And again, you can go to the lesson of ing spelling and check it out. Some students also would say, I regret coming late to class. It's also correct, but normally, as I said, we regret the cause. Number 5, this is conditional type 3, and I failed because I didn't revise my lessons. You should know the cause and the effect. Where is the cause here? I failed. I failed is the effect, it's not the cause. And the cause is this one. I didn't revise my lessons. And to make it simple for you, whenever you have because, after because is the cause all the time. So the cause, we use it with the if clause, and the effect we use it with the main clause, right? Can you do it? So if I had revised my lessons, I wouldn't have failed, because this one is negative, so we're going to use had affirmative, and because failed affirmative, we're going to use this one negative. So affirmative, negative, negative, affirmative. The last one using if only. So she was sick yesterday, as a result she didn't practice sport. So we can say if only she had had or hadn't, she hadn't been sick yesterday. So we can use this one. Or we can also say if only she had practiced sport yesterday. Excellent job. So for now, we have finished the lesson. What you're going to do, you can take a piece of paper and a pen and write down the lesson here so that you can remember all the rules that we have worked on today. So you can use this one. We have the definition of regret, and we have a sentence. I forgot the key. This is the key. And it's used with all the expressions, number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can write these in your notebooks, but you have something to do at home, and please do it and send it back to me, or write it in the comment section below and I will correct it for you. Okay, this is number 1. I want you to write 5 sentences to express regret about some things that happened to you in your life. What you're going to do is using the rules that we worked on today. So if only plus subject plus past perfect, the same. I wish, should have, regret, and if. Okay, write 5 different sentences. This is exercise number 1. And exercise number 2 is items taken from national exams about expressing regret, like this one, 2009, and we have 2005, and so on. You can do this and send it to me on my Facebook page, a message, and I will correct your sentences, or I will send you the correction. So thank you very much, everyone. I love you, and see you another time. Bye bye in another lesson. See you. Bye.